Coffee's good. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Safely, and today I'm bringing you guys another video. So today's video topic is actually going to be one that could potentially be, touchy for some people, but today's video topic is actually going to be motivation. So one of the reasons why I really want to talk about motivation is because I have a lot of experience with lack of motivation, and I've noticed that a lot of my friends as of recently are just coming to me and telling me that they're just losing motivation for everything. One of the things I hate is to see people with so much just opportunity, people with the capability to go somewhere, just go ahead and not apply themselves and just go ahead and quit. And a lot of my friends are coming to me telling me that they're losing motivation because, they're not getting into that one team they want to get in, or, their videos aren't getting the views they want, or they're not having the sub growth. But honestly, there's a lot that I gotta tell you about motivation. Personally, at least for me, I have a terrible problem with losing motivation, which might have you wondering, why the hell I'm even making this video, because I would be the worst person to talk about it if I have a problem with losing motivation. But the fact is, that just shows that because I have experience, I do know a lot about it. Now, I've lost, motivation a bunch throughout doing YouTube. I've done YouTube for the past 4 or 5 years, and, I have lost motivation a handful of times. Like, back when I had my old channel, I used to have 1,500 subscribers. I had lost motivation. I was not in a good mood, and I ended up deleting that channel, which personally I think is one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made, and that's primarily because, I worked really hard to grow that channel, and then now it's just gone, and I really have nothing to show for it. And if that doesn't show you that demotivation can really just make you do things that you wouldn't normally do, then I don't know what will. But a lot of my friends lately have been telling me that they're getting demotivated, and I have a couple of things that I want to say. Now, first off, I'm going to start off on the topic of teams. When it comes to joining teams, you have to understand that every recruitment challenge you go for, you have a handful of people batting against you. And 9 times out of 10, I hate to say it, but a lot of people in this community would rather pick up their friends going for the RC than, the people who have quality content. That's something that I personally see. While that is not always the case, I do see that normally being the trend. Once you keep on going for RCs, you have to understand that it's not going to be the same thing over and over again. People aren't just going to get picked up because, they have friends in the team or something like that. If you have good quality content, people will see your content and you will get picked up from it. You just got to work hard. And I understand there are still people out there that work hard every day and they put so much work into their videos, but they get almost nothing out of it. They don't get noticed from it. They don't get into the teams they want to get because of their videos. And honestly, what I can say to that is you really just have to keep grinding. You have to make yourself known in that situation. If you want to join a certain team or you want to, get on somebody's good side, you got to link that person. Now, I'm not saying spam their notifications, because nobody likes to have their notifications spammed, but, just make sure to let them know that you're interested, make sure to get them to start keeping an eye on you, and then, continue to upload and do what you normally do. I've gone for countless recruitment challenges, and most of the time, I just completely lose. I've stopped going for recruitment challenges primarily because, I think that there are so many other people going that are better than me that I really don't think that I'm going to manage to get into those teams. And in my opinion, that is just a terrible just a terrible thing to think, okay? You shouldn't be thinking bad of yourself because, oh yeah, there's a bunch of people going for this RC, but that just means that I'm not going to get in. But that's not always the case. In fact, for this SOAR RC, there's going to be a bunch of people with a lot of subscribers going for this recruitment challenge, but the thing about that is just because somebody has a lot of subscribers does not make their content better than yours. Like, an audience doesn't mean everything. Reaction channels have an audience, ASMR channels have an audience, but does that make them the best channels on YouTube? No. The point that I'm trying to get at is you really need to apply your all. Okay, you can't just lose motivation, because the second that you lose motivation and you just stop, that's you admitting that you want to quit. And you should never just admit that you want to quit. You should keep going, keep pushing through, and people will see that. I promise you. People will see that you want to go ahead and you want to do better, and you want to be a better creator, and you want to be a better person. It doesn't matter what you're doing. As long as you apply yourself, people will see that, and you will make progress. So now let me get on to the topic of video views and subscribers. I know that a lot of people lose motivation because, they're not getting the subs that they want, or they're not getting the views that they want on their videos, and that can be something that's really stressful. I know that that's one of the reasons I deleted my old channel, was because I had like 1,500 subscribers and I couldn't even pull over 100 views on my videos. It made me look bad, and honestly it just made me really demotivated to know that I had so many people subscribed to me, but only so many were actually watching my videos. But you have to understand, YouTube, there's a part of it that is literally luck. There really is. There's a part of YouTube that is luck, which means that you'll upload, you'll create quality content, and you will not always be the person coming out of it with a bunch of subscribers. You will not always be the person coming out of it with a bunch of views and everything like that. And I'm going to give you guys a really good example. I'm going to give you guys 2 examples. Now, I have 2 friends. I used to lead this team called Samurai Squad, okay? And I have 2 friends that I ended up recruiting to that team, and both of these people I'm really good friends with today. And these people are really good examples of, what I'm talking about right now. Now, one of the people that I'm talking about is actually Full Effect. If you guys haven't heard of him, he's a great guy, but for years, I mean literally years, he was doing YouTube, and you know, he wasn't always pulling the best views, he wasn't always pulling the best subs. I think for years he was stuck at 100 or 200, and he wasn't pulling a lot of views at all. He'd get 3 likes a video, but this dude was uploading video after video after video, grinding, literally just completely grinding. And you know, I was like, I saw him go for the RC, and I was like, how has nobody ever picked this guy up? This is stupid. I've seen people with crazy talent that just go completely unrecognized, and I can't tell you guys how angry that actually makes me. Where is Full Effect now? Well, he was in SAW, and then he went to Silver, and then he started streaming, and now he went from 200 subs to 1,000 in about the span of a week or two. I could be wrong about that time span, you know, just, I know, I don't think it was over a month, but, you know, from what I saw, he grew very quickly, and if that isn't a good example of, you know, you keep applying yourself, you keep working at it, at one point you will hit your break, at one point you will be able to grow, but you have to keep working at that, you can't just stop. Now, the other person I want to talk about really fits in with those of you that don't have a lot of subscribers, and you don't have a lot of views, but you upload good content and you don't think you're really going to get anything out of it. I have a buddy whose name is Grizz, and this dude also went for the Samurai Squad's RC back when I used to lead, and when I went to go look at this guy's channel, you know, I was looking up the responses and everything like that. Grizz only had about 10 or 15 subscribers when he went for the response, and I was looking at this guy and I was literally dumbfounded. I was like, how can somebody with this many subscribers and just this many views not be in a bigger team? Like, how does he only have this many views and this many subscribers? Grizz is one of the people that I can tell you deserves a lot more recognition than he gets. Grizz deserves so much, and honestly, when I saw him, I realized that. I was like, this guy needs to get picked up to this team. This guy needs to join a bigger team, because honestly, I've seen so many people just quit because they have a lot of opportunity, just like Grizz does, and they see that they're not gaining any subscribers, they see that they don't have any views, and they just go, you know what, I'm done. You know, I don't want to keep going. But Grizz did keep going. You know where he's at now? Now he has, I think, about 300 subscribers. He pulls almost 100 views a video, and now he's pulling, instead of like 3 or 5 likes, which used to be his goal, he's pulling about 30 to 35 a video. Now, both of these people that I gave you the example of, Effect and my buddy Grizz, I'm still friends with them to this day. I talk to them on the daily, alright? And I'm telling you guys right now, they don't regret not stopping. They don't regret not quitting, because the thing about that is they just put forth all the hard work. They kept going even though they had haters. They kept going even though they didn't see a lot of growth. People think that growth is everything, even though that's not always the case. Sometimes you really just gotta keep grinding, and that's when you'll actually end up hitting your big break. That's when you'll actually end up getting the subscribers you want, getting the relevancy that you want. And it's not always about the team that you're in either. You don't have to be in a big team to get a lot of subscribers. My buddy Effect, he's not even in a team right now. He's just streaming and he's just uploading, and he has people behind him. He has me behind him. He has Grizz behind him. He has everybody who is friends with him behind him. And that's the thing. You gotta get people behind you when you're doing this YouTube thing. You have to make friends. And I'm sorry to say this, but if you don't have friends, there's a good chance that you might not get the type of relevancy that you want. You really gotta make friends in this community, because friends is really how you get places. Now, I'm not gonna say that you cannot get anywhere in this community whenever you don't have any friends in this community, but you know, it's really hard to not get, or it's really hard to get places when you don't have any friends. So what I'd recommend is just looking for people that upload content just like you do. Look for people who have the same outlook as you do, because that's what Effect has. That's what Grizz has. We all have the same outlook. Me and so many of my friends have the exact same outlook. And you know, when that happens, when everything intertwines and you realize you have people with one goal and you guys all bind together, all that can come from that is success. And if you want success, you gotta realize that you just gotta keep pushing and moving forward. Now, I understand this video was more like a motivational video. It wasn't really a funny video or a comedy type video. I really just felt like I wanted to get this off my chest, because I know that there are a lot of people that just get completely demotivated, especially my friends, and I hope some of them see this video and just take something away from this. I hope that anybody who sees this video takes something away from this. And if you have made it this far, you know, you're awesome. I love you, and you know, I really hope that once again you took something away from this, because that's the whole point of the video. If you guys want to see more videos where I talk about like motivational type stuff, you know, you can go ahead and tell me that. I mean, I don't know if you guys would enjoy any more of this. I mean, I could just completely go back to comedy and other stuff, but I really just needed to talk about this because it's something that was really, really important to me, and I just want a lot of my friends to know that, you know, you don't need to stop because you're not getting what you want. Alright, you don't need to stop because you're not getting what you want. You need to keep pushing forward, and you will get what you want. So, yeah guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. I hope this helped you out a little bit. I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe.